Okay, moment of truth. Let me check if I can be heard. Let's see. Do I have the app on? Yeah, I have it. Chill. It doesn't give you any time whatsoever. Okay, so I remember last time we were on the ship. Oh, given that she's like a bird lady, that doesn't surprise me. So apparently from the art book, it confirmed that Dragon Quarter is actually from its own world, but they are being obtuse with placement of 4 in the timeline. Probably because 4 is so fire. I mean, 5, it was clear that they were just trying to be experimental. Okay, so let's get this dinghy ready. Big ass rock formation. Anyway. Torn ACL. Anything interesting around here? I wonder if I can just tank that and apply it. Okay, this was a much better roll. So I'm almost done watching the Let's Play of Breath of Fire 1 from Kenshin 1913. Like, I just have one more MacGuffin I gotta watch him collect, and then there's obviously the end game, the different endings. Oh, like, it got interesting when it got to, like, the dream sequence stuff. I'll be real with you, this is kind of funny. The controls being bad makes it a little terrible, but let me see. Oh, Def actually worked, and it looks kind of cool. Okay, that combo didn't sustain. But, oh well. Shining Blade is actually better in some regards. Oh, that's a fat ass L. So this is a problem because this actually kind of plays into like the bad controls that I had to deal with. Actually, Gulper is a terrible name for an enemy. Oh, you got something. I'll take a look at what that is. Raise dead, okay. That's a good ability. This is insane. So, I guess I should address the elephant in the room that Summer Games Fest happened yesterday, and Rebirth, well, the sequel to Rebirth, Revelation, got announced, and now we can finally stop seeing those what will part 3 be called message board titles, which is great. Aside from it starting with the prefix of re, it's not at all similar to the titles Remake and Rebirth, but it is also just trying to be thematically fitting as a title. And I like the new look. It seems a lot more. Someone described it as fantastical, but I just say it's a lot more vivid looking, almost dreamlike compared to how low fantasy and lucid the first 2 games were. I actually kind of felt like I was watching more of a Netflix series than a JRPG at some point. But yeah, the fact that Cloud Fortnite drops, the fact that there's like a job system, there's a lot of things that are working in this game's favor. Hamaguchi had to address the elephant in the room of Knights of the Round, and he says that he's going to try to make that impressive. The weapons look cool. They kind of look like those turtles mid coital climax in the Instagram reel videos, but they still look cool. They look biological, but they also look a little mechanical. This is what you want? This place is rage baiting. It doesn't give nearly enough EXP to justify getting into all of this static. Oh, cool. Johnny Cash. I got it set to Cray. It's kind of whack. Oh, he does get crits. Okay, Cray's not that bad. I just prefer to you. Let's get our attrition back up before we return. Obviously, a lot of those costumes I see from the new fit system, which is really just a job system, but given a more appropriate title. Yeah, it really does come across like they're taking some of those Ever Crisis outfits that they invested a lot of time in, and the ones that aren't licensed or first trap, they're going to bring that over. And I think it's very fitting because in FF7 Remake and Rebirth, you get all these cool outfits, and many of them you can carry over in Rebirth to like the main campaign, but turning that into a whole mechanic, that's actually kind of cool. And it's going to add a lot of depth to the combat system, as the job system often does. We already know without the job system, 13 would be diluted to death. Oh, that actually was a good roll. Seeing Tupac in that one Yakuza game was kind of cool. I know there's that whole drama about Tupac's estate, but oof, that actually ticked me off a little. The camera and controls are not working with me very well. But, you know, it's nice to see the dude, Resident Evil, getting Code Veronica as its next remake. We knew it was going to be a remake, that was going to be the next big project, but I guess they're trying to knock everything out the way. I kind of like that there's a little bit of edge on Claire's face. She doesn't just look pretty and youthful. Like this atmospheric ass locale. Oh, we got some bread on us, cool. Now, I know a lot of criticisms of Resident Evil would just say that, you know, it's like a third-person, over-the-shoulder QTE fest, and that's what I felt about God of War Ragnarok. Didn't really like it all that well, but I think Resident Evil at least has like better balancing, so it's more to my preference, at least, just watching people play it, knowing what it is that they're doing, having iframes. Let's go. A panacea. No. Get that hit in on this dude because he will mess you up. I feel like these guys will have good magic resistance. It's whatever. Oh, she hits twice. That's actually really cool. And the sound effect is really cool too. So, you know, if Xbox has the Persona 6 announcement, then we actually had a decent summer. This was the best summer games fest, period. Because I saw 2022s, 2023s, and 2024 and 2025s. This one outshines all of them. And, you know, Keeley is not getting any harassment on the internet now. He's not getting any threats. So, it's like that SpongeBob thing. That's what we've been waiting for. But it's not his fault. It was just, you know, we finally have a decent lineup of upcoming games. So it's like, I kind of feel bad for him because it's like he's just trying to promote stuff and be good for the culture. I remember this guy in the Fou Lu route. Yeah, fake endless. Just someone that absorbed the power of all these endlesses that are coming out. I guess too many people are getting hit with an influx of mana because of all of these deities that are being conjured. He looks like a pineapple. He kind of looks like Dominican food, actually. So let's hit him with a rainstorm. So what do I want to do? Let's get you with a protect. And you can use a shining blade. Let's go. Let's see what this does. Just blow our load with it. I mean, it does holy damage. That's too abstract. I'm not going to be able to do the math on that. Okay, so we basically get to fight the same dude Fou Lu fought. Okay. Meditate and go into wyvern form. There's something I want to test out. So I think people are starting to feel Breath of Fire 4 a little bit more than when I started. When I started, I would speak about this game and people would be like, man, I don't give a fuck. But now I bring it up and people are like, whoa, you've been doing this the whole time? My mind is blown. Okay, missed the debuff, let's go. So, let's start off with Stone Pillar on you. Fire Blast, and feels like I'm fighting a yellow devil from the Mega Man games. Okay, so you're no longer barriered up or shielded up. Fantastic. So we can just loop you up for a little bit. That's good. They got a lot of battle cries in this game. Now there's some combos I can do that are a little bit better than this, but I gotta make a couple alterations. But this one might actually be better in this context. Damn, that damage raise was good. Oh, I might need to actually upgrade this one. That's what it is. You gotta upgrade your dragon forms in order to get the higher tier spells and skills. So I'm kind of stuck doing with this. Damn. Okay, Wavy? So the boss fights are getting a little bit more fun. They'll get better once I start doing some fishing, which I've been kind of putting off because, again, I'm only hitting the sticks with this once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. I like that they have all these like pieces that they can really make a big mystery box out of the story, but they don't elude too much from you. They keep some things a mystery, but they know when to like not waste the player's time. Does this work? Okay, no. Oh, that's gonna be a problem. Demon's Home. Okay, let's take a look at this. Equip. So it lowers your agility by a little bit, but yeah, I'm putting all that defensive stuff. I need to get Ursula's like MP way higher than what she currently is rocking with. Let's make our way back. Well, hopefully no passing fish decides to become overpowered and mess with us. Okay, so we're radioactive, pretty much. We're just mutating everything around us. What you guys doing? Yeah, that's pretty much what Deus is saying. I get that Fou Lu is overpowered, but we're also pretty overpowered. I'll save just in case, like my name is just in case. But we are kind of moving up there in terms of overall power. I'm better at playing this game than I was. Well, that's not true. I was much better at the itemization for this game during the Obama years, but now it's like I got all this tech. So I'm just eviscerating bosses instead of just using Kaiser Breath and leaving it at that. Okay, let's take a look at the weapon shop. Does it really matter what her battle rod can do? I mean, I'm not gonna use her for that. Okay, you're a little bit slower, but alright, when I get more money, I'll put on another robe of wind. I'm sure I have some selling fodder that I can use to handle that. I can use like some parkour here. Oh, okay, I see now. Talk to me. Angling rod. Okay, let's get up out of here. I like how they individuate the looks of these egged characters, kind of like what happens with characters that which do I want to use? There's someone I want to. Yeah, I should have got like Earth Magic and given it to like Ryu or Urshin. Look at you, you got no bag. Damn. They conducted heat well. Okay. Raptor claws. Let's put that on Urshin. I feel kind of guilty that I neglect Urshin a lot more nowadays. He used to be one of my homies. Home girls, really. I don't know what that motherfucker, but... I really don't know. Oh, I know what you're about to do. Okay, a fishing spot. This is what I've been waiting for all this time. First, let's get an update on how this civilization is doing. I got a bunch of unproductive ass motherfuckers. Let's put them to work. You can get like OSTs and all sorts of things from developing the land here. It's a cool mini game. I used to really take my time with Breath of Fire. I had to speak to her. Alright, let's take a look at this. So I was doing a lot of that fishing stuff with Nier. So we got a bass. That's actually really good. Oh, this one's got a little bit of fight in him. Let me relax my hand. I don't need to be doing all this. I'm wearing this fish the fuck out. That's all that really matters. Or maybe he's wearing me the fuck out. Damn. Damn. I don't think my line is that big. Whew. Let me relax my right hand. You know, the energy of this track is no longer infectious. Now it's just an infection. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing with all this shit. I'm gonna create like super drifts on this controller if I keep doing this shit. What was this demon fish that I caught? All that for a piranha. Ain't that some shit? Okay. Well, I'm traumatized from fishing, so let me just allocate some of these points, see what I get. Anything that's gonna raise her AP. Take it. We need you to have more AP. I really want to get that upgrade for my special use. So I really want to improve that wyvern form a bit. So let's see what these fish can do for me. So this restores health. Okay, so that's all that was. That's restoring health. So currently I'm isolated from everything else. Fire blast, cyclone, and a basic attack. What? What is that? Let me. I see something baby blue and it's distracting the hell out of me. Nina is so good. Was it this? It's entirely possible, I guess. This guy looks like he'd have some good skills. This chum bucket. When you leave meat, burger meat on the stove too long, it starts to get goopy. And you've overly denatured it. That's what I'm looking at right now. So, let's see. Yeah, Nina is a killer. She's the best party member in this game. If you have him down to a science, Ryu kind of is, but whew. Her, Ursula, they clean house. Let me look at this chum bucket burger. Let me get my nuke over here. Ugh, I don't like that term for that enemy name. Looks like a slur. Let's kind of ease up on nutrition for you guys. What is that, storm release? Damn. Great. My feet are fucking hurting. Okay. Fucking. Ah. Messed up. Great. Oh, cool, you got him feeble. So we got a little bit of a debuff bag on us. Okay, no level up for you, Cray, but it's whatever. Okay, let's see. Okay, that was just enough. How do I get that over there? I guess I'll find out soon enough. Toxic claws. Let's see what that does. I might have to move Urshan to the top of my list. Okay. So this reminds me of Mad TV when the chocolate donuts from Domino's that were all the rage got like a skit. And they were actually not made of brownies, they were made of poo. These guys kind of look like that. As long as you're happy, bro. That's the attitude everyone seems to be having, at least the dudes. Alright, well that's handy and dandy. I like the transitioning portraits when they're like a little slower. It just always seems kind of ominous to me. Ein is. It's like the Dud Bear language in Legend of Mana. Like, believe me. It is what it is. Damn, that's how they take it. I want to go hunt for food, but kind of turning into a pain. Oh no, I feel weird as hell. So, I've said this a couple of times, but I don't really have like super high expectations with Final Fantasy or even Kingdom Hearts. But Persona this year, I expect them to show out. Dragon Quest wasn't crazy with the expectations, even though it's the 40th anniversary. Persona is really that IP where I just hold it to a higher standard because I've had some great experiences with Persona. There's like a sense of trust that I have with Persona as an anthology story set in the same world that I really don't have with, at the very least, Final Fantasy anymore. I trust some developers. Mozweed, okay. This game has one optional boss, and I'm gonna fight him, but it's not really the defense that spurred me, it was the speed boost. I didn't mean to do that. My bad. Actually, yeah, let me speak to this guy. Okay, east. So anchoring is with the square button. Cool. I mean, as far as like the protagonist design, I actually think he looks kind of cool. He's got the bowl cut like Yu Narukami, but it's not like swirly and Justin Bieber like. It's more blunted, which towards his face is shorter, but towards like his side framing his face, it's longer. So he's got a cool look. Okay, that ain't it. Some people don't like it because they categorically reject bowl cuts, but oh, at least it's not that broccoli hair look. They gave one of the Death Note characters that look, and it was just disrespectful to the medium. Did I already go here? Oh, okay, so this way I can save on resources. Oh, cool. Another auto revive fit. So the sale ain't working for me at the moment. It's over, man. I'm burning up, man. My ass is itching like crazy. I know some of you don't want to hear that. It's the truth, though. Harmonic ring. Let's see what that does. Equip. I'm really not enticing them fishes. Now I'm like catching these SpongeBob SquarePants ass fishes. News to me. Oh, sea bass. Cool. How many fishes are in Breath of Fire 4? I hear that Breath of Fire 3 has a great fishing mini game. I saw the one in Breath of Fire 2 and I noped out of there as quickly as I could. Oh no, my eyes itching like a fiend. Ah, man, please. Please get me out this hellhole situation. Let me relax my hand a little bit. It ain't that serious. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Oh. I can see myself doing this off screen. I hate was. This is northwest. I wonder if I already caught the item that I need. The nameless island. Mosweed, so my ass is really hurting right now. So northwest. Gotta really interface with this mentally. That means this thing is always facing northwest. What would northeast be, like this? So what does this even mean? Oh, okay. Take a couple with me. Okay, so should just be happening in this story. I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up dying. And they're like, okay, it's the thought that counts. That's what I felt about Grandi as well, but that eventually got better. Okay, so we're getting close to the capital. Look at her rich girl wave. Never dropped combo. But if I headbutt this, I'll get some cool shit like a coconut. It's like if we gotta get the loop around to the first area of this game. This combo is undefeated so far. Warning. Let's see. Gotta get a lunar tier in near. If only it was that easy. That shit doesn't scare me. He's so fire now. Inspire. Not in like a catchy sort of way though. What was I looking at just now? I saw a lot of blue. Oh, that's this battle transition effect. Pro tag, get the swag first. Okay, let me... A long ass round. Oh, thank you. See, strawberry. Alright, thank you. Sage's Sea, that's probably like a magic restorative. I gained the power of Behemoth. Well, that's pretty metal. Let me heal up with Nina. So I only need to collect 2 more of those for my dragon form to be stable. Kaiser, I mean. Oh, okay. I'll keep my headphones away from the mic for a moment. It's a hard seed and sage's seed. Feels like I'm crossing the Bering Strait or something. I remember when I got to this point in my 2004 playthrough with my pops, we actually had Taco Bell. That shit was fire, man. It's not that long until we get the rest of Ryu's dragon forms, and then I can just spam Kaiser Breath like a fiend. Which at the low skill threshold, you can actually go through the game pretty well just doing that. I know I did in my 2015 playthrough. But yeah. So it looks like we're stranded. Well, at least she's not one to give in to panic. What about Urshan? What do you got to say? Problem for you, not for me, I guess. It's whatever. So are we gonna be playing as Fou Lu? This guy's so overpowered, but he's always fucked up, man. He's like Luka Doncic. Or who's that other player? Joel Embiid. I feel like muting this stream now. This shit is so fucking stupid. Let me check the audio before I make my judgment. Okay, it's not that bad. I think the fact that the audio is extremely flat, it doesn't have a lot of like bass going through it, kind of prevents it from poking through the way it can poke through other times. So we can't hop on this tent. Where's like the nearest save point? This shit is a throwback. This dude Cray is actually pretty easy to rage bait. Well, it's easy to have an it is what it is mentality when you're an alcoholic. Well, I wonder how much he has in stock, considering the fact that withdrawal symptoms are actually kind of dangerous. Okay, so we get to do a little bit of survival shit. So these are my most important guys with me. Yeah. Presently, this dude is over leveled as shit. HP is really important. All these stats he's getting are pretty good so far. But for breath attacks, you gotta get that HP up. Wonder what I should do now. Let's see. So this game isn't really like up in like the GOAT debates for PlayStation 1 JRPGs the way the Final Fantasy games are, even Tactics, Xenogears, Suikoden 1 and 2. Even Wild Arms, although that's... You gotta be a little cultured for that because it's not elite ball knowledge, but it is a little retro. So what does this do? Okay. So that didn't oh, her health did actually go up, but let's see. Wisdom up by 7, that's actually fire. Okay, we got a good fishing rod. That's nice. So this is like a story-related fishing segment if you're just not experienced whatsoever. Hold on, let me upgrade my thing. Deluxe rod. Let's try it from a different angle. What about like this? A little deeper. See a little fish over there. Let's try to catch it on an angle. That might be the right angle right there. I see the vision. OST wise, visually, storytelling wise, this might be up there. It's just that it doesn't have all the like bells and whistles that PS1 RPG players might look for. They might want like a full-on world map, not just like the Final Fantasy Tactics joint that it's rocking with. Damn, that shit was strong as hell. Strong ass fish. But at least it was a fish, so. I gotta check the mic again, because all I'm hearing is like drums, and that might like overpower the beat, the audio. Now I'm making the fucking bait dance. Chrono Cross also is kind of on that PS1 GOAT debate. What else? Sometimes I'll hear Valkyrie Profile, but now everyone kind of has this like compartmentalization for Tri-Ace. I gotta wiggle it around. Oh yeah. Alright, let's get it. All I gotta do is get it to that 0.9 and less. Fuck, man. That's not good. It was right there. Oh, this is so whack. Hold on. Let me touch my phone a little bit. Yeah, my phone's on the verge of death, so let me make some alterations. What'd I catch? A moorfish. Okay. Fortunately, none of the Saga games are part of like the GOAT debate, even though they kind of deserve it. Frontier 1 and 2. Let's get up out of here. I'm thinking about it, like, Free was in that debate before even we even got to like 4. Like, Free was practically an internet darling. The Persona games aren't really part of that GOAT debate, but you see them praised because it's the Persona games, but they're not like life sims with a calendar system. And the stories were a little bit more dark. You didn't have those Hoshino boomerisms, that Facebook humor. But if you think about it, aside from Xenogears, I've kind of gone through the entire highlight reel, just being myself. And I still think Xenogears is up there. At one point, it was my favorite of the PlayStation 1 library, but FF7, you know, it kind of won me back over the last couple times I've played it. He was tweaking. Damn. He said, boom. So the upcoming scene is really, really censored. Okay, so he's got... I don't know the geometry of this place. I hope I didn't miss out on like the crystal for this dude, because I haven't seen the last VOD in a while. He's like, hey yo, fuck my own dynasty, man. These guys are ass. He's just in smite mode. Am I gonna get a save prompt? This shit is wicked, man. You're not gonna let me save? What is that, like some cut up cinnamon? I'm hype, I would have thought. Cocaína. I can't sit through some of these long spell animations, even though they look cool. So let's just auto everything down. Or how I would have said it in 2011, auto down everything. This ain't gave me shit for what it's putting me through, by the way. This is why a lot of people feel like Act 3 of the longest act is when the story kind of falls apart, because you just have these like moments of slowdown, but I kind of dig it. Because Fou Lu is with the static, the combat system is really coming through. And you get some important character moments, tying everything together. So, if I recall correctly, this is actually the final dungeon of the game. We're just going about it as Fou Lu. Okay, so this is the final boss for the Fou Lu route. So it's important to note that this new form is exclusive to Fou Lu as like a collectible. But this is identical to Ryu's dragon form that he collected. So it's not much point in using that one. I'm not gonna overthink this. This is Fou Lu we're talking about. He just exists to be overpowered and raise hell. So this is HP base and he has max HP. So let's take a look at the damage that's about to be presented to us. It's like a 17 hit combo. So that's like 1K a pop. And I'll be skipping the ensuing scenes. See? Easy peasy. Anyway. So yeah, this scene is a little different in the JPN version. Oh, hold on. Let's look at your other form, serpents. So I think these guys are diametrically opposed. Let me go check the audio real quick. Okay. So we get to see like one little highlight reel of Fou Lu's bag before we can't use him anymore. This is not as good. So he's using hybrid magic, but by himself. I guess he has the Keke Genkai. But as you can see, like, his other form is much better at layering the damage. I'm just presenting this because this is the last time we get to use Fou Lu, so might as well have a little fun with the guy. I'm not gonna hold anything back either. So there's something interesting about the way this game is balanced around this point, which is that every now and then we're gonna see like these doubled up boss fights because that's how this developer tries to like make things epic. Like, what's cooler than one boss fight? Let's have two in a row. There you go. So no critical thinking done, just kind of giving you the highlight reel. So he was summoned deliberately to be killed. And I get why it's being done, by the way, and I'll bring that up later on. So this dude is self-immolating, but in the JPN version, he actually decapitates himself. Oh, thank you. Endless versus ended, I guess. Yeah, take me to a save point, please. I just want to be able to save my progress. So it's actually pointless for me to pick up that item as Fou Lu. I like that shit, that's kind of cute. Okay, let's just hit you normally so I can Get that old school animation string. So this guy's in La Capital. And this is the Emperor himself, Soniel, I guess. Kind of an angelic name. So Yuna is trying to summon the gods so he can kill them because he's about to create artificial gods and he's close to getting the formula down. I could theory craft on how that connects to the first Breath of Fire, but let me... Yeah, he's shook as fuck. I mean, Fou Lu is closer than he's informed. Yuna is one of my favorite characters. Apparently you were supposed to, like, throw down with the guy. But they were rushed for time. So, let me take a brief exit from this room so I can charge this device. Actually, that ain't gonna help me. Items. So I need the power of the dragon. I gotta think real quick. This is gonna be a little ghetto, but my phone's on the verge of death. Alright, Fou Lu. Kill him. Okay, so I'm gonna unplug this for a little bit just to save my phone's life. And I'm not gonna be commentating.